Hello and welcome to RC Birds, and thanks for stopping by. In this video I share my experience with polycarbonate colors and how you can customize or combine these colors to get a real nice body. First, let's do some basics to understand the colors, but keep in mind I'm not a physicist or chemist, so some of the terms I use may not be so exact as they should be. So let's say these are different layers. Let's say this is a body. This is color 1, color 2, color 3. For some examples I give you later in this video, this might be translucent, this might be the main color, and this is a backing color, so we have 3 layers of color. If you want to see colors, you need a light. This might be some light in your house, or right on the street, or just say the sun. So, from your light source, the light gets to the body and is reflected to your eye. And this will happen on every layer. And this here is what you see. The intensity of the refractions is here very high and here very low, but you always see the combination of all these layers, and this is very good with polycarbonate bodies. For an example, my chair. This is the body of the Tamiya Comical Avanti. It comes in the kit pre-painted, but not pre-cutted. And oh yeah, here you can see it. See that you can see the can right behind the body. Polycarbonate colors are slightly translucent from the princip here. You can see my fingers here. This might be a disadvantage, or here we take it for an advantage to do our paint jobs. The next thing, and let's keep it simple, is the color itself. Let's say the color you can buy is made out of 2 parts. The first part is the basic, or the base, which is the color as itself, and the next part is, or are, the color particles. So the particles base. This is slightly a 50-50 combination, which might be a standard color. On effect colors, the base increase and the particles are not so many in this combination. Sorry, I have to Google a word. Okay, I'm back. So we are talking about portions, and keep in mind, in both colors, the total amount of content in your spray can is just the same. But here we have a higher portion of base and a lower portion of color particles. And for what is this important? I can tell you, if you're painting an effect color or a normal color, or I do it, let's say better, if I paint a body, I go forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward, done. Put it away. And on effect colors, where you have less particles of color in it, you might be doing this, then seeing, oh, there is no color on, then going on with the next turn of spraying color and see, still not enough. Doing third, and what you have done is that you have done 3 layers. You have a lot of color in here, although you can see it, or see it very bad because of the less particles, but the complete color is running through all these lower laying edges because of gravity. So, as I said in my other videos before, take your time, do just 1 round of color, put it away and let it dry, then go on with the next until you find the real effect you want to have. So keep in mind, not every color is the same as the other color from the same manufacturer. One thing I don't talk about are these chrome bodies. This body comes along pre-painted and pre-cutted from Tamiya, which is great. I'm not so experienced that I will do this by myself. And I highly recommend, if you can get a special chrome edition of a car, buy it. They have sometimes in this silver chrome. I have seen bodies in blue chrome, black chrome, and something else. So this is very hard to get this shiny effect. So it's better to buy it right from Tamiya. Before I come to my cars and the examples of the colors I did, let's have a short look on the Tamiya Catalogue. This is one from 2019. Yeah, 2019. But they don't changed a lot here. The system is very easy. They start with the basic colors. Then we come to some metallic effects. Silver, gold, copper. Metallic, 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 and so on. Then some colors which are used on some special racing cars, which are edited. And then the neon colors follow. We have here at PS31 the smoke color. This is a color which I intend to put right to the translucent colors. But they put some other colors in between and start here with the translucent colors. And PS41 they put right into the translucent. They are going here on with yellow, orange, green, blue. Smoke is a kind of translucent color, but it's mostly used for tinting windows. Then we have 2 iridescent colors. And then some other aluminum or some special metallic effect colors come. Then we have the Flake color. I will say something about this later, and some other things. They end up with some metallic colors, and I think if they put a new color into this chart, this will put at the end. At least there is a translucent flat color, which, if I had read the description right, will be put outside of the body to get a light flat looking effect. Tamiya says that the translucent colors should be backed up with PS41, with this bright silver. The translucent colors, the iridescent colors should be baked with black. But you also can back up these translucent colors with other things, especially if you want to get a candy look. But we're now coming to this with my cars. I have to adjust the camera and then I'll be back again. Translucent colors are great. They give you a great base for your further work on your paint job. And I've got one car else. Yes, this is better. All these three cars have the first layer of translucent color: blue, red, green. Here and here here are two. We have blue metallic, red metallic and green metallic as a second color. And for the difference of these three, these both are backed with black, and this is black backed with silver. And here you can see the difference. Tamiya says you should use some kind of silver to back it up. It gives you a more bright shine, and with a black backing you get more kind of color depth. It's up to you, and this is one of the things you can play with and get some other effects on it. And also a possibility to play with is how many turns you use on each layer. If you put in this translucent layer 3 turns of painting, it is quite stronger than if you would possibly use only 1 turn. So keep in mind, translucent always gives you some kind of candy look, or some say Christmas tree ball. This is great. The other thing, or the other kind of color we have in effect, is the iridescent color. This thing is a little bit more complicated. See, this is the cap of the spray can, and if I put it against the body, you can see you cannot trust what's on the cap. Only the description will say it. It turns from pink to gold. And for this iridescent color, the principle is, if we're coming back to the integrates of the paint, there are color particles in it, which, don't ask me how it works, but they lay after spraying all parallel. I don't think they are some kind of living particles, but they do. They are laying themselves parallel. And for this, and there is some kind of wave theory in it, and really hard physics to understand this. But for you, the thing you have to keep in mind is you start with a paint, and the first color will come out, and with every layer you put more on it, you'll get the effect of the other color. See, pink, gold. If you do too many of the painting, it might be a danger that it stays gold. Although the second color, which is in the iridescent thing, so I highly recommend you to train it on some samples to get out how you want to paint this car or any car in iridescent color. But to be honest, one time I exaggerated my paintings, and this is this thing. What I want to do was a multicolor body with champagne gold, iridescent pink gold, iridescent green purple, and finishing with flake. This doesn't turn out as I hoped. But never mind. This is now my running body. I had trained the complete sticker job on it just for practice. And I take some I take some experience out of it. So the next body is made in flake. And I thought I had the sample of this thing here, which I had made. Here is a transition between flake and iridescent blue purple, which turned out very good. Here the transition wasn't too good. It's too sharp, and don't talk about it. But I'm planning for the future to doing some body. So bad that I didn't find the sample. I made a sample after this with spraying flake first, then iridescent, and then back it up in black. This looks very great. It has two effects in one body. So I take this experience for the future to make a really good looking buggy out of it. Talking about flake. Flake is a kind of effect color which has many particles. These particles are not silver. They shine green, red, yellow, and sometimes kind of blue. Yeah. Here you can see it very good. Different colors in which the flake is shining. I know some of you use this flake to create some kind of metallic looking color, but this I don't recommend, and I show you why. If you like the fair and if you like bumper cars, you are good to go. This is what it looks like. It has some kind of spectral effect. This is great. But the first comment of my brother as he saw this car was, "Oh nice, a bumper car." You really have to like it. So my recommendation for doing some kind of metal effect if you don't get the metal color right in one can, is use gunmetal. Tamiya has two gunmetals, a bright and a dark, for the polycarbonate colors, and that also can be used in combination maybe with some translucent colors. And for polycarbonate colors, because of this shining through thing, you can see it because the light is again on, you can do almost any kind of color. Just use your imagination, combine the colors and test it. Here I did a test with translucent silver. Which is a very interesting color. I counted the layers or the turns of sprayed I had done first on a piece of paper, and after removing the foil I write it on here. Believe me, in a few weeks when you take out your samples you don't know what you have done. 2 layers of silver and 5 layers of iridescent color. This is more kind of a dirty silver and it's hard to see, but the iridescent effect does work under it. Yeah, this is just iridescent, which I had done later on my hotshot, super hotshot, excuse me. So, you can do everything. You should have some kind of polycarbonate left over from the cutting out of the bodies. Or if you buy the car, cut out the edges and test what you want to do. And please keep in mind that painting is not a cheap and a fast thing. You know, I'm feeling really honored and really glad if my viewers like my colors. But keep in mind, we're talking about 50 to 60 euros for each paint job. This includes mostly for a body of this size 2 cans of each color. And for Tamiya, the simple colors lay around 5 euros, and going up to these effect colors here, Iridescent or Flake, they are just around 15 euros, 3 times the price of a standard color. So sometimes I get really shocked when I see the bills on my dealer's homepage. The car, let's say 150 euros. You put a servo, ball bearings, a receiver. And I think, yeah, this might be just 200 euros, but when you're going out of the basket, you're really surprised that you are around 300 euros, because the color is a really big part of the whole shopping. If you ruined a paint job, don't be too scared. You've got a running body. You don't have to put on the stickers. These polycarbonate bodies are really cheap. Cheaper than the ABS bodies. And for the ABS bodies, you need the body plus some additional trees, plus some additional parts, windows, and so on and so on. And for some kind of models, it's really cheaper to buy a complete kit than a complete set of the body parts. But for the polycarbonate bodies, they are cheap. It's really easy to say, okay, I've got one body for the running, and I do one with a very good paint job, which comes in the shelf. But keep in mind, even the shelf screen has to be taken out one time. So, this is in general everything I had to say about the polycarbonate painting. I hope you liked this video. please give a thumbs up. If you got some questions, write it down in the comments. And keep in mind, it's all up to you. Use your imagination. You can combine the colors. They are really shining through. So you can customize your own paint job and will get very exciting colors. Oh, wait a minute. One thing I really have forgotten. It's our family project. This is a really interesting combination. This is a slightly layer of Flake. No, excuse me. First layer is translucent green. Then there comes a slight layer of Flake. Not too much. So you get more a kind of metallic effect. But you can still see that there are some other colors into it. Then it's backed with a green color. And after that, a black backing up. So this is a 4-layer color, which turned out very good. And so you can see this is a good example how you can play with the colors. So I thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you got some questions, write it down in the comments. And I really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. This really helped me out. See you soon on RC Birds.